Okay, here's a question where we're given the roots of the equation, or I guess we could say solutions. If we're talking about functions, we could say x-intercepts of an equation. So we're given these, and we're asked to find out what the equation is. So if I'm given these as roots, then I can immediately put those into a factored form. X minus k over 3 and x minus m over 4 equals 0. So this would be an equation that when you solve it, you would get this for the roots. I guess one thing I could have done was I could have said x equals k over 3 and then move the k over 3 to the other side to say x minus k over 3 equals 0. And then this part here becomes one of my factors. And I do the same thing with that. Okay, so here is my equation. And I guess I could leave it like that, but typically I'd like to write it out so it's not in factored form. So let's FOIL this out. X times x would be x squared. X times a minus m over 4 would be a minus mx over 4. And then this one times this one would be a minus kx over 3. And then this one times this one would be a positive km over 12 equals 0. Okay, so just by foiling. It involved fractions, so that's a bit painful. Not too bad there, but I have fractions. So maybe, just to clean it up a little bit, we can multiply by a lowest common denominator, which would be 12. And then we'd get rid of the fractions. So let's try that. Let's take the x squared and the minus mx over 4 and the minus kx over 3 and the km over 12 equals 0. And let's take all of those and multiply them by 12. 12, 12, 12, 12. Make sure you do this side too. Okay, so when I do that, this would just be 12x squared. This one, the 12 and the 4, I could simplify that to a minus 3mx. Here I could simplify that to a 4kx plus the 12, so this would just be km equals 12 times 0 would be 0. Well, yeah, so there would be my equation that if I were to factor it, would have those two numbers there as its roots.